Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. This is actually a collab video with my good friend as Told by Gigi. That is her YouTube name, and I'll have a link down below to her channel. And so I'm really excited because Gigi is amazing. I love her. She has amazing videos on her channel, and we have something really big in common, which is Pretty Little Liars. So if you guys are familiar with Pretty Little Liars, you guys know that the season finale was about a week ago, and it was just insane. And so pretty much what our video is going to consist of is a reaction to the season finale for season 5, and also our theories of who A is. So if you guys haven't watched the show yet or the season finale, I would suggest that you guys click out because this is going to be a spoiler for you guys. So I'm giving you a warning right now. And for those of you who are curious to see what my theories are, go ahead and continue on watching. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Just to make this video run a little bit smoothly, I decided to make a few notes, and I actually put them on my phone. I just wanted to start off with my reaction to the season finale. So first of all, it was a huge twist. Like, I was not expecting this at all. So the last episode before the season finale was kind of crazy because I was not expecting it. So it ends with the girls, Aria, Spencer, and Emily being in the courtroom waiting for Allison's verdict, and all of a sudden Allison gets convicted of murdering Mona, and then the tables turn in a way, and all the girls, Aria, Emily, and Spencer, get arrested. I think they were arrested because they were accessories to the murder of Mona. The season finale starts with the girls being taken to jail, and they're in the back of this truck, and Hannah is giving, telling the girls what it's like to be in jail because Emily kind of wanted to know a little bit. All of a sudden the truck stops, and there's a bunch of smoke going on everywhere, and I guess the girls passed out from the smoke, and then they wake up in their own rooms. So pretty much, if you guys saw what the episode was called, it was called Welcome to the Dollhouse. So I think that's what they're in. They're in a supposed dollhouse. And so Hannah's in her own room, Emily's in her own room, and so is Aria and Spencer. And they wake up, they're confused, they're like really scared. They end up going to a different room, and then they see someone in a mask. I believe it's Allie's mask, and she takes it off, and it's Mona. So she's actually alive. Me and Gigi actually thought she was alive. We were really hoping that she was alive, and she was alive, and that's where she comes in. And so it was just so crazy, a lot to take in. So every moment was just like, what is going on here? Like, you know, you kind of want to know what's going on. The girls try escaping. Spencer finds out that she sees some blocks, and she sees them in a different order, and then she like puts them back together like with her mind, and it spells out the name Charles, which I thought was kind of weird because I don't know if that's an actual name or that's just what she wanted to see, because I spelled out a different name with those exact same letters. I spelled out Rachel's, or Rachel S. At one point, like towards the very end, the girls, I think it was Spencer, she goes into this one room. It looks kind of like a movie theater, and she goes in there, and she sees a video playing. Jessica, Allie's mom, is on there, and she's holding a baby girl. And then this little boy comes up to, there's two little boys I think, and she tells one of the little boys, come and kiss your baby sister. Is this Charles person A? And who is Charles? Like, obviously he knows Jessica. Like, who is he? So it's just like such a huge twist. And then like he appears in that room, and Spencer had the opportunity to take off his mask, but she didn't. So it was just like, why didn't you take off his mask? It was just so crazy. Like, I was not expecting it. Like, I wasn't expecting the girls to like be kidnapped while they're being taken to jail. So it was such a huge twist. The end of the episode just had me like, whoa, like what just happened? Who is Charles? Who is he? Like, is he a person? Is he a girl? Is he a boy? Twitter was going crazy that night, and I was honestly going crazy. Me and Gigi were both trying to figure out who is really A, because A wasn't revealed. We kind of saw that it could be Charles, but we don't know for sure if it's Charles. And we don't know who this Charles person is. It could be someone else with the name Charles, like a nickname or something. But that's where I'm going to go on next. I'm actually going to go into my own theories of who I think A is and why I think those people are A. So my first person that I think A is Toby. Okay, so let's go back in time to Toby. So Toby is Jenna's stepbrother, and he was having a like taboo relationship with Jenna, and so we only know like different sides of different stories, but you never know because sometimes the show doesn't want to tell us things because it would be too revealing. He was the one that took Jenna out of the house when Ali put the firework in the house and caused that fire. I would think that he really liked Jenna. Why would he bring her out if he felt that she was torturing him? I don't know if you guys have seen the show Revenge. There's a girl named Emily, and her name is not really Emily, it's Amanda. She goes and takes revenge on all the people that caused that pain, and she pretends to be someone else, and she pretty much befriends everyone just so they don't suspect anything. And she ends up pretty much, I thought like maybe that's what Toby's doing. What if he's just pretending to be Spencer's boyfriend? What if he's pretending to be everyone's friend? Also, there was a point in the show where we thought that A had to have someone within the police force, because that's what caused Ali to pass her lie detector test and so many other things. So I would think that Toby has a lot of motive to be A, and he was already thought to be A at one point too. So I would think it's really possible. So I would think Toby could be A. The next person who I think A is Melissa. Okay, first of all, Melissa hates Ali because she had a thing going on with Ian. Ali was actually getting tormented by A before the girls were ever tormented by A. So I have a very good suspicion that it could possibly be Melissa. He also hates Spencer because Spencer pretty much stole all her boyfriends. I really do think Melissa could be A, but I'm not positive. She also warned Spencer by sending her a video to get out of Rosewood. She told her, get out of there, things are gonna get ugly. And so Spencer didn't really take it in and stuff, but maybe that was something, you know, there was like a lot more to that video than what it seemed like. The third person who I think could be A is Arya. Okay, you're probably thinking, Arya what? Okay, but A is for Arya. It could be as simple as that. The girls didn't start getting texts until Arya got back in town, and she was in Iceland for about a year, and then as soon as she gets back they start getting a bunch of texts. So I just think that's like really suspicious. So Arya had been in Iceland because the dad wanted to get away from, you know, from cheating on Arya's mom, and he wanted to get a fresh start. But I think Arya took it hard because the dad did cheat on the mom and she had to move somewhere different. And then on top of that, Allison went missing. And so I think that just like made it really difficult like for her to take in. And so she could have possibly came up with the idea of becoming A and coming back to town and just taking it out on her friends. Numerous times throughout the show, like the girls do say that they were just friends because of Ali. And so what if Arya never thought of her friends being genuinely friends, and so she wants to take it out on them and just hurt them? And yeah, she's getting texts herself, but think about it, when Mona was A, she was getting threats from A telling her to like tell on Arya's mom and all these other things. So it could be possible that Arya is A. So I was also thinking that she could possibly be working with Ezra, and as soon as she met him, she realized that, you know, they do have a lot of chemistry going on, and they do, I mean, she made out with the guy like right that night, so they must have talked about something else that we just didn't see. They just talked it through and they decided to do this whole scheme and all these things and terrorize a bunch of the people in town, like the girls and all that. So it could be possible that Arya is A. Okay, so my fourth idea of who I think A is us, the audience. A is for audience, because if you ever notice, a lot of the things that are done by A are, it looks like we're doing them. You know, when the camera's like moving around with the gloves and stuff, it kind of looks like we are doing that. We're like looking through A's eyes. So what if we're A, and then like at the end when A is finally revealed, it's gonna show that like we actually did these things. We, you know, sent those letters. We did these things. I don't know. It just seems like it would be such a crazy twist if we ended up being A. But I don't know. What do you guys think? On to Charles. Who is Charles? So I actually have a lot of notes on this one because I think that Charles could possibly be A, and the identity of Charles and who Charles is and why Charles is doing this. Charles is Bethany's brother, and the baby in the video is Bethany. So if you guys saw the season finale, you know that there's like a video that Spencer saw playing in one of the rooms that was made to look like a movie theater. And so there's a movie playing, like a home video, and Jessica's in there, Allie's mom, and she looks a lot younger, and she's holding a baby girl. And so she tells, I think there's two boys in the video. She leans down and tells one of the boys, hey, come and kiss your sister. What if Jessica, Allie's mom, is actually Bethany's mom and maybe Charles's mom? Like, I saw this part like going around on Twitter, that Charles may be crazy and he was at Radley. And I just thought that that was very possible because Jessica actually worked on the board for Radley. Maybe she worked there because she wanted to keep an eye on Charles. And I was thinking, I remember that Mona went to Radley, and this was after she was caught that she was A and whatnot. So what if she actually met Charles? And what if she's just playing along at this dollhouse and acting like she's the girl's friend, but really she is working with Charles? So all those things are so possible. I think Charles is Bethany's brother, and his motive is he blames all the girls for Bethany's death. And remember that one time when Allie supposedly got killed and she was buried and whatnot? Well, she was actually wearing like a yellow top, and at one point Bethany was wearing a yellow top too. So, you know, in that last season finale for season 5, in there Charles wrote supposedly Allie, but it was Mona, that Allie was his favorite. What if he thought Allie was his favorite because Allie reminded him of his sister Bethany? And just to twist things up a little bit more, I thought, what if Allison is twins with Bethany? That is so possible, you guys, because remember Jessica had an affair with Bethany's dad, but we really don't know much more about that. We just know that Bethany was the guy that Jessica had an affair with, his daughter, but we really don't know the background of everything. It could be really possible that Bethany is Allison's twin sister. Remember that one time that Allie was remembering a time when her mom taught her how to lie, when she found like a dress in the piano, and it was like a little yellow dress, and I think Allie had the same dress, and she's like, why are you getting two, Mom? I think that had to do because Allie's mom was hiding a huge secret, and that was that she actually had another daughter who was twins with Allie. She taught Allie how to lie, so why would she make such a huge deal about that unless, you know, it was such a huge deal? So also Allie's mom was spending a lot of time with Bethany. I forget the reasons why. You know, after you watch so many episodes, you kind of start forgetting the little bit things here and there. I remember there was a time when they revealed that Bethany was spending a lot of time with Allison's mom, and it could have been just because she was having an affair with Bethany's dad, but maybe it was because really she was Bethany's mother. Another thing I thought was kind of weird was when supposedly Allison was killed, and remember that one time Allison was telling a story when she remembers that she was hit with a shovel and she saw her mom, and her mom saw who killed or who hit Allison, but she didn't do anything, and then she was buried or whatnot. Her mom buried her. What if that was because that was she saw that it was Charles that did that to her? And what if she just didn't want to say anything? So those are perfectly, you know, possible like theories. I don't know about you guys, but they all seem very possible to me. And I keep on saying that because I'm not really sure about which theory I believe in more. So those are my theories, but I actually have one more theory. So I know this one's a little out there, but I think it's because we dismissed this after season 1. What if Jenna is A? Like, okay, this all started, you know, when this happened to Jenna too. What if she wasn't blind at all and she just wanted to, you know, take revenge on the people who hurt her, even though they didn't cause her blindness that she doesn't even have? I was just talking with Gigi about this. It's like really weird that, you know, like she supposedly can't see, but you know, A sees everything and sees all the girls' secrets, and it just, I think it's just ironic that, you know, if it would be Jenna that she can't see supposedly, but she sees everything. And we were talking about how, like, you know how Jenna was going out with Garrett, and Melissa was part of their like group back in that one video that they discovered in Allie's flash drive, where like they all knew secrets. They were all part of this group, the We All See group. And so me and Gigi were thinking, like, what if it is her? Like, we don't know, you know, it could be possible. She could be like, all of a sudden she just disappeared from the show, but what if she's just like hiding out and her and like Melissa are doing something together, trying to, you know, like hurt these girls, and just like, I don't know. I just think it's so crazy because people have died from this supposed game, and it's like not a game anymore. So it's it has to be something serious. So I think if I were to narrow it down to one possible theory, I would have to go with the Charles one, because I think that Charles has a lot more motive. He would be the one that would most likely kill people because he's crazy. I would love to hear from you guys. I want to hear what your opinions are about who you think A is. And please remember to respect my wishes. I do not want to hear anything book related, anything that has to do with the book. I don't want this ruined for me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't want this ruined for themselves either. So if you guys can please respect and limit your comments to just the show, the actual ABC Family show, and let me know what you guys think, what your conclusions are from what you think who A is. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is St. Patty's Day, and that is why I'm wearing this mint green top, and I'm also wearing some eyeliner on my waterline just to honor St. Patty's Day. And also my boyfriend is Irish, so if I didn't wear any green, he would be super mad. And also I'm trying to avoid